It's my deep honor to share a testimonial video here about my colleague, friend, mentor, and teacher, Shelley Short. Shelley is a channel. She channels the angelic realm and many other ascended masters and guides. And she is also works in seraphim quantum healing. And she's an intuitive energy healer. So we have many paths and similarities in our work, and she's also got very unique paths that she has developed on her own that are so powerful and beautiful. And so, what I wanted to come on and talk about today was the course that I took with Shelley, the Embodied Sacred Feminine course. It was a year plus long course that I completed last year. And the idea for this course was to help women bring more deeply in embodiment and feminine embodiment energy into our bodies, but also through various rites of passage. These 9 rites of passage that we all go through and we often really don't acknowledge. And you can read about those on the website, so I won't go through those. But the idea for this course was to have a reclamation of the celebration of these rites of passage and the energy that can come alive within us when we acknowledge them for the beautiful passages that they are and the transformative energy that is within us that is celebrated and held within each of these rites of passage. So that's the main component of this course that I took with Shelley. And, through these year plus, many months of the work together that included embodiment sessions with Shelley, channeled guided messages for each of us individually from Shelley, from the angels through Shelley. There were many impacts that I felt in my life and in my body. And first was a reclamation of the acknowledgement of the importance of honoring these celebrations and these rites of passage. I did one for myself when I was hit menopause. So I was, a little bit on track to practice these, but there are many others that have also other significance in our lives. And when I embodied and acknowledged that, there was wholeness that came for me, a sense of more fullness and complete sense of self that came alive within me through each of these rites of passage. I have also come, and I can see this towards the end, now that I'm at the end, many months out, a deeper sense of trust in who I am and a deeper sense of trust and connection in my body and what my body is telling me. And never mind a sense of awareness of the embodiment. I've been on an embodiment path myself for many years now, and that's looked many ways and had many forms. But through this course, I was able to feel into the power, the innate power and wisdom of my own body and my own body's signals. And that was very, very empowering and helpful for me to reclaim my rightful sense of self in my body and on this planet in this time. It also helped really to allow me to embrace a sense of trust, releasing some fear and anxiety that I had just held in my body for years. And the not knowing of what might happen is really, really released. And so there's a sense of allowing and trust that has developed within me that is palpable. That was a big shift for me. I have far more confidence in who I am and what I offer. And with that, a release of how it looks in comparison to others, and how my gifts manifest uniquely, not needing to compare it with anybody else. So there's a big shift in that for me personally. And with this release of anxiety and opening to just what is and what's unfolding, I have much more trust in just taking the next step and following, not needing to know the path ahead, and really understanding and allowing that it is unfolding as I step forward. It is unfolding for me each day. So that was a big shift in terms of also like a perceived need to control. And I think overall, there was a shift in how I allow myself to be in the world, and allowing myself to surrender to what is in a way that gives me a bigger sense of freedom and a deeper sense of self to move with that freedom, so that I can really actually show up with my gifts and who I am in the world and how I am walking this path in a more confident and a more grounded and a more embodied way. So it's a really, really powerful opening for me. And I will say I'm putting words to all of these things. And in some ways, should have said this at the beginning of the video, so much of this can't be understood through the mind and the intellect. So much of the gift of Shelley's work is actually a felt sense shift in the body and in the energy field. And so there's a sense of not even knowing what to say and how to say it. It's simply a difference in how I walk in the world and how I am and inhabit who I am in my body. So this informs how I work with people. It has helped me to step more into a leadership role with bringing my full self forward and how I am, and helping others to feel more safe and more comfortable to do that for themselves. I can't highly recommend enough working with Shelley. Not only is she very gifted, she's very kind and thoughtful, and the way she brings energy and information and supports transformation is one of the most supportive that I've ever worked with. So I highly recommend both her course or working with her individually. I'll put all of that information in the links below. And thank you, Shelley, from the bottom of my heart and the depths of my soul.